Hello, if you are a anime figure collector or a gal, you'll notice that when it comes to figures, there's not really much Gyaru representation besides Kogal, and when they do, it doesn't really match what it's about. So I want to show, some ideas of how I would do it. So for my first one, I decided to go with Hime, which is the most popular one in the subcultures. My idea for this one was to go with the princess theme. I actually had two ideas, but since I had art block, I decided to go with just one. So I decided to go with this cute, beautiful, magazine cover Hime style. I decided to add some purse with some pearls, try to give that like princess feeling. I decided to add the bows and everything. It wasn't too hard. I will say the pose was sort of difficult because I need to practice my anatomy more. But overall, it was pretty easy. I had the little pillow and the pearls breaking because, she's a princess. She's gonna be standing on there, I guess. I also started to do another drawing. I'm gonna show it right now because I actually like the other one better. Like the idea was so good, but I just couldn't because I had art block. So yes, I'm gonna show coloring in a minute. Let's go to the other style I was going for. For this one, it was gonna be like Sleeping Beauty. Like the princess that sleeps on the bed and there's like one pea under there, and if she finds it, she's their true love or whatever. That's what I was going for this figure design. It was so cute. I wish I kept it. I'll probably finish it another time, but I just couldn't. I was so tired of drawing. But I continue on with this style. I like the colors I chose. It was very cute, very nice, very demure. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I will say I improved a lot with my coloring, especially with hair with this one, so it was a learning experience. I know the coloring looks odd with the light, the bright white. I don't know what was going through my mind, but yeah, there it is. I finished it. So this is the Hime design, and I really like it. If I were to change anything, honestly, I wouldn't. I just want to do the other idea I had. Hopefully I do that soon. So let's go on to the next one, which would be Agejo. So for this subculture, actually pause. At first I was drawing on a live stream, but I wasn't doing so well because of art block again. So I decided to just stop drawing on the live stream and start working on the next figure, which would be Agejo. So for this style, there's like different ways to do it, but for this one I decided to go for the popular version of this one with the beautiful rabbit jacket from Mars and stuff. Oh my god, I love the jacket. It's so adorable, but I digress. I also found like the Mars purse. I wanted to do the Mars shoes, but again, as I said, I had art block, so I just gave up on that idea. This time around, the anatomy was easier. I'm sure there's like some mistakes in there, but it was easier than the first one. I started coloring everything in, and I started with my flat colors first before going into those different colors, which I learned about the color theory. I really like how it came out. I'm so happy I got rid of the white spot on the keychain and put black instead because it did not look good. As you can tell, like look at the difference. It is way more better. I don't know what I was thinking, but yep, that is Agejo. And now we move on to the next design, which is going to be Tsuyome, which is more like a leopard kind of, style. I will go more into it like another time, but this one I just want to get into the drawing itself. This time I used uh, DIA fashion. I used DIA. Oh my gosh, I used DIA clothes with the belt and the popular top. I decided to use the shoes. These are my holy grail shoes. They're so pretty. The leopard shoes. I actually was gonna add some glasses, but I was like, no, it's too much. I was not prepared to do all that. I colored everything in. I also add a daydreamer and a little flip phone. I did not like how bright the yellow shoes were, so I changed that later on. I mean, that's how they look, but like, I feel like it was drawing too much attention away from the belt and everything else, so I decided to like change the color more to a brown, and this is the results. Yep, I actually like how it came out, and I love the hair. It looks so pretty. Now we're gonna move on to the next figure design, which is Manba. Now, I may have said this wrong, but I don't really see any pronunciation at this point. I'm very tired, but that's the style I decided to go for this one. As you can see, it has this like tropical beach aesthetics, I guess you could say. And I decided to go putting her in a coconut because it's like a beach theme. So I was like, yeah, beach, coconuts, it makes sense. It makes sense. So I decided to go with a tanner skin because she's always out in the sun, and it actually matches Manba.
I rehearsed what I would say. I was calm, I was calm, I was calm, I was calm, I
had a lot of fun doing this one because it has so much colors. It's very just eye-catching. I will say I should have added more makeup on her, but you know, like I said, I was very tired and I was rushing. So this is the results of the Manba figure. It's so cute. I love how she looked. Aw, so adorable. Okay, now for the last one. I was gonna do more subcultures, but I was too tired. Art block was hitting me. So I decided to do one more, which is Kogal. For Kogal, I decided to add more than just one person in here because I was like, they have so many different kind of Kogals in there. So I just add like 3 different versions. At first, I didn't really know who I was gonna do. I was gonna do just like random different versions of Miku. But then I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna add the different characters from the Vocaloid franchise. So I decided to change my mind and add in these 3 girls in here. And I had a lot of fun. I will say I struggled with these poses for some reason a lot. You can see the anatomy is off a lot. I was just struggling, I really was. But after I got through it, everything was going together. Everything was just perfect. I decided to switch her spot because I feel like she wears more like loose clothing compared to Miku. So I was like, okay, let me just switch them out real quick. Originally, Miku was gonna be there, but I switched them. I feel like this was a great way to implement Kogal compared to the other figures out there that are just weird about it. Because if you don't know, Kogal is for like minors. So they can't really go into other subcultures yet because they are supposed to be more sexualized compared to the other ones. So it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be very cute, very adorable. That's it. Leave them alone. I also decided to add in some gal magazines because why not? I love how it turned out. The figure design looks so cute, and if it was real, wait, actually ignore how I made her look like Chica. I started noticing it after I colored her hair yellow, but I was like, it's too late, I'm too tired. But if this was a figure, I would definitely get it. It's so beautiful. I love how it came out. I love it so much. Alright, and that is it for this video. If you are interested in having me do some commissions for you, I have them available. Yes, I've opened commissions starting from $15 for headshots and $25 for head to torso. I hope you like this video, and bye. Let me know what you think. Let me know which one is your favorite, and if you would like to see more of these videos again. Thank you for watching. Bye.